Welcome back. I'm Richard Pyatt. This is Creating Dementia Solutions, a Miles for Memories program that we bring you here on Access Vision. It's a podcast too, so happy if you're finding us by way of, say, battlecreekpodcast.com. Also, you might be finding us on the YouTube channel for Miles for Memories. Thanks for finding us there too. However you found us, find us on Facebook, will you? And then click the like button on the Miles for Memories page, and then you'll be alerted when these episodes come available. Boy, there are big doings coming up for Miles for Memories. It's a way to support Miles for Memories. Sherry Sherbin is here, founder and lead volunteer, and Cassandra Lucas-Moore with Carewell Services, fabulous Miles for Memories volunteer as well, to talk about some of the things coming up in October that you can participate in. Welcome.
Welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So let's start with what we know is a bit of a tradition, Sherry, right?
Sure.
The community stroll. Remind us what that's meant to do.
So the community stroll is something that started back in 2013 for the purpose of raising not only dollars but awareness. And when you begin to offer up the opportunity for solutions for families who are struggling and frustrated, it's easy to see why folks have come to be a part of Miles for Memories and the volunteer organization that we have. It's a full group of volunteers that we couldn't do anything that we do without those that are willing to step up and say, I will help with that. I can help with that. How can I help more? And so we are just really grateful for every volunteer. The walk that we have this is our first time we've had it in October. It's been often in September. In fairness, we do try to avoid as much as possible the home football games.
Yes. Very important.
For our very important local teams, because that's important as well. Part of the dollars that we raise from the community stroll each and every year go to support prevention-related research at Michigan State University. So we have colleges that are very much engaged in some of the things that we do intentionally that also then come back and support us through research updates, work with our students, whether they're doctoral students from Michigan State all the way down to preschoolers. And that's part of why you see the puppets sitting out there half dressed, so to speak.
We have a lot of things here that are really underscoring the messages we have.
Yes, we do. But the main event is on October 5th. It is on Saturday. It begins at 10 a.m. We are done by noon. So it's a 2-hour commitment of your time to come stroll with us, support a loved one, or maybe you are the person who's learning about what's next for you as a person living with dementia. And it is the thing that really we all began with for a very intentional purpose.
So 26.2 miles? No.
26.2 miles is not for the stroll. The stroll is actually a half mile or a full mile, but it does launch the marathon that we do every year.
Yes.
And the marathon is intended to get folks up and moving and create a new habit. So if they can just move a half an hour a day between the time the event starts in October, on October 5th through Thanksgiving, they will have completed 26.2 miles, hence the marathon.
October 5th through Thanksgiving
Yep.
is all it takes.
That's all it takes.
26.2.
You'll actually go farther than that, but
Yeah.
everybody takes a day off here and there, right? Like Halloween or something, I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
So there you are. Stroll suggests what that means, but think about that. 26 and more is really what you end up doing. This really underscores that it isn't quite as hard as maybe we think it is.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not. And it hopefully will help to develop a pattern that folks feel comfortable continuing with. You know, it just takes, 30 days or so to start to begin to develop a pattern. And we know from all of our preventative research that if we move, it's beneficial to us.
So I was about to say that. We have, dare I say, harped on that over the course of this year, but there's a reason for that.
Yeah.
The movement part has come up,
Yes.
even unintentionally, on this program when we've talked about various aspects of support for dementia and what we might be able to do ourselves, it comes up over and over again. So here we are being intentional about that, but it also comes up when we're not intending because it's important.
Yeah, so the stroll in and of itself, the Lancet released a study a couple of years ago that talks about all the things that we can do to reduce our risk for Alzheimer's disease in particular. And if you engage in these, you can reduce your risk by as much as 30%, and that doesn't even include changing your diet. So when we put together an event like the stroll, we try to engage each of those different activities in a different way, so folks can experience many of those and go, you know, I could keep doing that all year long. That could be beneficial for me.
And really would be beneficial, wouldn't it, if we could just do that?
Yes.
All right, so the stroll is October 5th. Remind us again now, where do we go, what time, and report for duty?
Yes, all right, so it is at Festival Market Square, which is in downtown Battle Creek. Those that are coming out to volunteer, and I invite all of you to come out and volunteer, any of you, we would welcome that. We're starting at 7 o'clock to get things set up. Registration opens at 9, and they can enjoy all of the activities. There's no cost to participate that day, but donations are always welcome because that's how we develop the programming that we use later on. And there'll be kids' activities, and that's what part of the puzzles or the puppets are about. So come on over, find more on the website. And I would lastly then say, part of that Lancet study really talks about being engaged and socially involved and active, which is one of the wonderful parts of what's coming up with the event later in the month.
Well, you know how to throw that right down the middle. And so that's why Cassie's here to talk to us a little bit about the new event called the Unforgettable Gala. It's set for October 19th.
Yes.
Unforgettable, huh?
Right.
It is going to be unforgettable.
Yeah.
This is our very first event, our very first gala. So we do have a masquerade theme, as you can see by our decor around.
Yes. That. Right.
I love it. Okay, it kind of goes with the outfit, right?
Yeah.
It does. It matches wonderfully.
It does. Yes, it does.
You need to wear that the rest of the
I
day.
think so. I love it. You know I would.
So how did this all come up? When you talked about the theme and the kind of event, what led us to a gala event?
You know, we felt that there was a lot of people in the community that really enjoy just getting dressed up.
Yeah. We don't do that anymore, do we?
No.
Not enough.
But it's a lot of fun, right?
Yeah.
You get all your dress up stuff in high school. We want to have a prom too. We want to get dressed up in our ball gowns and dance, which is another wonderful form of movement, right?
Yep.
We wanted to continue with that line of movement and make sure that we're continuing that. So a dance was a wonderful way to do that. We do have a live DJ at the event that will be playing the entire time, so we will be moving and grooving and dancing.
All right, so think about that. A gala event would be a wonderful date, and it would be a wonderful way to support Miles for Memories, of course, right?
Yes.
So one of the great things about the gala is that it is a masquerade. So we're inviting folks to be as creative as they possibly can and bring their own mask, right? For those that may not have been able to get around to it, we will have some available for them to be able to utilize. But it's not endless.
So do your part and prepare.
Exactly, because this one's mine,
Got it.
right?
So if you wear glasses, do you leave them underneath? Or so if I put them on top, that's kind of silly. That won't work. But people would know who I am, wouldn't they? That's the whole point. Right?
Create a different box-like environment for your mask that they could be underneath.
I see.
Yes.
Okay.
So this is not the mask from some of the other things, but rather going over your face. I'm just so excited about this.
So talk about Community Stroll, Unforgettable Gala. How does this money help?
Well, so it's interesting because Cassandra and I were just talking about that, and the whole intention is when the money is raised at the end of the year, our entire leadership group gets together. We look at what some of the local concerns and issues that folks are having, and we then collectively decide how we're going to go ahead and spend that money going forward. 20% of the dollars that comes in from the walk automatically that are not already determined to go someplace else will then go to our research project to continue looking at different ways that we can incorporate prevention ideas. And then it can go into any of the other intentional programs. So it could go into technology, it could go into emergency respite, it could go into the music program, it could go into a host of many of the other lifestyle programs, it can go into one of the youth programs. We have a new puppet that's coming along soon.
Oh, yeah.
Can't wait to see it. In education in different ways. And so whatever it might be that, the folks that are dealing or that are on the leadership team work in aging services, but they also might be someone who lives with a person at home who is now going through this journey. So we have personal experiences as well as work-related experiences in helping us to guide and make some of those decisions.
All right, so Cassie, somebody wants to go to the gala. What do they have to do?
So we do have links on our Facebook page and our website. There's a link to purchase tickets online. Tickets are $50 a piece, so it's pretty reasonable.
Yeah.
It is a 21 and over event
Okay.
from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m.
Well, that rules me out. Not really. Not really.
Really?
I know, I'm pushing it. All right. Yeah, a lot. All right, so where and when on October 19th?
At the Riverside Banquet Center from 6 to 9 on October 19th.
All right. So check the Facebook page and get the information there and get yourself registered. Is there a deadline that you'd like to have everyone registered by?
As long as tickets are still available, you can
Yes.
purchase up to the event and even at the door if needed.
Okay, while supplies last.
While
as they
supplies
say.
last,
Yeah.
there is limited space.
Okay. Well,
And you
this
can
is a
purchase
great
a
idea.
table, by the way.
Oh.
So it's a table of 8. There's a slight discount for a table of 8. So folks want to bring out the whole family and celebrate together, we would certainly invite them to do that.
Okay, so that's an interesting idea. Maybe an organization, a business in town might wish to have a table and maybe offer a opportunity for employees to go, a little reward of some sort, perhaps. Just trying to throw some ideas out there, folks.
Did you mention the silent auction?
I did not mention the silent auction.
There's a silent auction, right?
There will be lots of fun prizes for you to be able to bid on. And we do also have some movement games that we will be doing. So bring your cash
All right, as well as dancing.
as well as dancing, yes.
Okay. Remember how silent auctions work, right? So the information will be there about the items and folks can just write down what they want to bid and who knows, they might go home a winner.
Exactly.
Yes.
Okay. So Sherry, this idea of a gala,
Yes.
this is the first time this has come up in the last several years, right?
Yep, I want to give Jenny Cordova a lot of props in this whole process, as well as her committee and all the work that Cassandra and the others have done. We were at the 10-year mark, and Jenny's like, I feel a gala coming on. And I'm
Okay.
like, okay, let's do that. Part of it was to celebrate where we have gone, as well as to look at all the things we have left yet to do, and to have family members even participate and recognize that, we can have some fun along the way. And be part of those solutions. Because if it weren't the families that came forward to have conversations with us, we might not have some of the programs that we have today.
Oh, think about that.
Yeah,
So
amazing.
someone could come to this with an idea
Sure,
and it's the next Miles for Memories program.
it could be.
Yeah.
We're always open, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You got an idea. Let's see if we can make it work. The intention is never to duplicate programs that already do exist, but rather, in some cases, create new ones, fill in gaps, to be an additional support to the entire community. And I think now going into 12 years, we have shown that we've had some successes, some real money-saving programs along the way to say, yeah, we're working hard. We're working on it together.
Well, congratulations on all the work you have done so far this year and for many years. And listen, caregivers who are out there, this is a way for you to offer support to Miles for Memories by maybe spreading the word about the Unforgettable Gala on the 19th of October. And folks can be a part of that. Maybe you know someone who could buy a table and you all could go, several of you. Think about that and be part of the Unforgettable Gala, and not to mention the community stroll too on October 5th. Miles for Memories Facebook page is the place to look for more information. Sherry, Cassandra, thank you both.
Thank you, Richard.
milesformemories.org. Check it out. Information about technology there too. It's been a little while since we've talked about that, but you can go back and find some of our episodes talking about some of the amazing advances that have been made in technology to help support those living with dementia. milesformemories.org is the website, and of course the Facebook page, Miles for Memories. Click the like there to get these alerts. I'm Richard Byatt. See you next time.